Hello everybody, this is another video of me facing my facing my choking phobia that I have. As mentioned previously on my other channels, I made videos about my choking phobia, and I have choking phobia. So I'm just trying to do right now, I will set up my phone so I can do this anxiety exposure with you. So I don't know how I'm going to set up my phone because it's just not standing up straight. I need to move it back a little more. That's good. Okay, can you guys see me? Everything good? So, alright, my anxiety right now, what I'm eating is Taco Bell. This is what I do, is exposure and response prevention. Where what my psychologist told me to do is slowly face my fears. Slowly until you're comfortable with it. You rate your anxiety before you do the exposure, and then you rate your anxiety after. The exposure in this case would be eating, and not in any way, doing anything that would make you think that you're going to choke and you need to go get help or whatever. For example, I would say things like, I want to make sure people are home, or, I'm going to be driving to the hospital, or will I, and I'm going to pass out, or my neighbor's home, stupid things like that. It just doesn't make sense logically. So, remember, first thing to do is record your anxiety and start slow, very slow, right? Fries are, I would say, a bit advanced. Maybe you could try like muffins or something. So, first thing to do is rate your anxiety 0 to 100. And I'm going to be honest, I've been doing this for about a week now, and my anxiety is getting lower and lower. But I will not stop making these videos because I think they're helpful, not only for me, but for the general psychological community out there on YouTube and the world. So 1 out of 100. I'm going to go with like 30. I don't know, 30 or 20. I'm going to go with, God, I don't know, 25? 20. I'm going to go with 20. I'm just very religious. I have a lot of religious thoughts in me right now. I'm trying to keep on going. Like, not only do I have choking phobia, I have OCPD and social anxiety, so it's like a religious type of thing where maybe always think about religion to a certain extent. Here's a taco. Yeah, pretty much nailed down some of the thoughts to self-worth. I lack self-worth in a way. So for me, I realize. For me, I realize as you get more and more into the exposures on a daily basis, sometimes if you eat tasty food, the reward of the tasty food will in your head, right, outweigh the fear of choking, and you'll kind of like reward yourself by eating out. You know, I got Taco Bell and stuff like that. So besides the thought of choking to death, I think like I'm eating too fast, like I'm an animal. That makes sense. And it goes back to self-worth. Like I'm not human, stuff like that. But I am. I know all these things. I'm try. And you guys can do this slowly. Work your way up. Document it, write it down, your thoughts, the anxiety level, and the anxiety level after. Second taco here. My thoughts are, oh, I shouldn't eat the third one. It's too much. I'll see how much of it I can do if there's exposure. So, see how much more I can do of this. Because I kind of want to talk to you guys too. You're just watching me eat. Sorry guys, I've just been having a rough day. Yesterday I was with my friends and I just didn't feel, I guess, as welcome as I felt. For some with social anxiety, when I mean friends, I have like my only friends, okay? Like I'm trying to make more, but I don't even think that'd be a good idea at the moment. I mean to say that because all the friends I'm trying to make, like in terms of meet new people and stuff like that, they're all like on dating websites and they just want to fool around or whatever. In a way, you could say maybe I'm too broken for that. It's not like I haven't done that. Anyway, yesterday is something that has just carried over today. I'm trying to get over it as best as I can, but basically, I was made fun of for something that really was under my control. At the same time, I have made bad choices in the past, but it's just that feeling stays with you, and I'm really bad at getting over things. It takes me a long time to get over things. I see it as, excuse me, I see it as twofold, my approach to anxiety. Number one, documentation, hence these YouTube videos. Sit with my thoughts, say my thoughts, feel the anxiety in my body, eat the food. And the second part, besides documentation, is sticking with it every day. Now, by every day, I mean, not every day, but I mean, you should have it in your mind, like it's something you need to do. It's a task. It's a goal. If you need to think it's medicine, it's medicine. And those twin goals, those two-pronged approach to anxiety. You document it and you also kind of consistently do it. Not just once in a while, not just once when you're having a panic attack. You're looking at videos on YouTube. You basically, it's like a lifestyle where you kind of, say, okay, psychology has something to say about something you have. Because for a long time, I kind of believed maybe I was under the possession of some sort of evil spirit. That's very common in Islamic culture. Their beliefs to sometimes believe that, especially in the Pakistani subculture. And it was only honestly through therapy that you kind of realize that I'm not really a bad person. I don't really fit the boxes of someone who's, dabbling in things where they shouldn't be dabbling in. It's really more of just, a physiological kind of mind-body type of, trauma that happened in my personal history. It has nothing to do with how good of a Muslim I am or not. Might as well talk about what happened. My brother, about a month ago, he was about 8. He crapped his pants. And whoever put it in the laundry didn't realize. So when I had to use the laundry, I open up the laundry, pick up his laundry, and I immediately smell poop. So I throw it to the side in the sink that we have there, and ascertain is where the smell of the poop is coming from. Let's try to eat more. Excuse me if the story is long-winded. Basically, I realized the clothes were from one of his shorts he was wearing, and I found literally about this big turds, okay, of poop, at least one, in his clothes. It's hard to say how anyone could have missed that, but anyway, here I am holding poop clothes in my hands, and I'm like, all right, let's clean it, because Islamically, it was at a point in my life where I kind of was following Islam a lot. I am trying to again, but we have very rigid rules about cleaning filth like that, as they call it. Blood, saying it has the same category. Anyway, you need to like wash it, wring it, make sure there's no distinguishable color, no distinguishable body, no smell left. So I washed it for, a good 10 minutes. And then I put my clothes in. And you could say that's when I maybe made a bit of a mistake, because I realized after I put my clothes in, my clothes began to smell like poop. And I had to just recently come to terms with I can't just Febreze it out, So there was about, I want to say, a good at least $50 to $100, maybe 75, 80. See, a couple pants, my 2 shirts that I sleep in. Well, we're talking about at least $100 worth of clothes. I had to give to charity. And sometimes it even do still smell sometimes. So I'm very vigilant on that. I'm basically this close to throwing out all my clothes and just buying new ones. The other thing is I don't have as much money, so I'm just phasing it out. But the reason I mention all this is because yesterday I was with my friend who came from Dubai. I don't really talk to him a lot, but we were somewhat close back in high school, like, well, I guess, what is it now? At least 10 years ago, right? And he basically brought this up to me, that you smell. And I was just like trying to explain to him what happened. And one of my other friends mentioned before that one of the times where I was actually, not in my right mind, and I'm not entirely sure what happened, but I was very confused. It happens sometimes. I want to say it was more than just simple mental fatigue or mental illness. I don't know what it was, but my bowels sometimes, because of my sexual abuse, they sometimes don't, can't hold sometimes. It depends on how much I actually, not only go to the bathroom, and obviously clean it, which, I do almost every day. But sometimes I want to, finger myself in that area, and the next day, the day after, I'm not sure. It's not like I get anything different. But you just got to be aware of these things, because I think I experienced some sort of physical problem because of my rape, and the doctors basically didn't see anything, but I do feel it sometimes. Anyway, okay, and so somehow again I'm talking about my rape, but at this time my friend also mentioned that I pooped my pants one time, and the thing is I really didn't. I actually just kind of, here's what I think happened. I got a bit confused and my pants kept falling down. I just kind of maybe put them up a little too much, and to be honest, maybe the day before I figured my buttocks. That sounds wrong. I don't want to say my a-hole, and perhaps in the confusion there was a bit of, I don't know exactly what happened, but something like that did happen. And he just went all over me. He just basically said, you smell. He got me very self-conscious, because basically no one really else said I smelled. Like, they said my car smelled, but it's because I smoke in it and whatnot. I'm trying to hopefully quit, I think. So he said something to me like, no, you didn't poop your pants. And I tried to explain it to him. And, he hasn't seen me in a long time. He's a straight male. I didn't really understand what sometimes, right, bisexual and gay males do in the privacy of their own bedroom. So it really stuck with me how he said you're stinky, and it was just, I'm still trying to get over it because it just wasn't a nice thing to say. You know, I was happy to see him. I think it just wasn't nice to say that to someone for no reason. I didn't do anything to warrant that. My other friend didn't say I smelled. My other friend said my car smelled, but he never said I smelled. And I've hung out with this friend who said my car smelled for a long time. He never said I smell. So it really just, I'm gonna be honest, I sometimes, you know, don't shower for a day, tops two, but that's because I can't get out of bed, not because I'm this gay, stinky, you know, whatever. Anyway, I'm really grateful for YouTube for allowing me to post these videos because they really do help me in my mental health. So now, okay, what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is the rest of this taco, because I don't like the videos getting too long, because people don't watch long videos. And maybe tomorrow I'll try to do the exposure and talk more about maybe this, but if it's still bugging me, but mostly I'm gonna talk about my kind of like life. Like, it'll be like, I'm gonna make it at least a 15-minute video of like where I was born, how I grew up, where I moved to, my family, and right, I moved again, and I ended up here, and who I am, basically. Like, I'll tell you my name, and that's about it, because that's all you guys really need to know. But you know what I mean. Like, I'll tell you about my life. I'll obviously try the best to keep people's names private. I don't want people to come back and be like, you said this about me and everything. So I'm just gonna say person X, person Y. I'm not gonna anyway say a person's name. And so basically, I'm gonna tell you guys from now on, these videos may be a trigger warning because I am getting into the deep stuff about, you know, the R word. So I don't know if I'll write it in the description, but you're gonna get triggers. You're gonna get triggered, I think, if you've had experience with sexual abuse. So, and I really wish it would be more on Netflix and YouTube when people talk about those things, that there should be a trigger warning. But anyway, so I'm gonna basically eat this last bit here, tell you my anxiety, okay, and I'll end and wrap it up. Let's eat the rest. So you said 20, I said 25. And now, So I said 20. No, it went down to 0 for a second. That's good. So what's 20 plus 0 divided by 2? 15? Let's go with 15. Actually, let's try to be a little smarter about it. Feel anxiety, I'm going to choke. I will choke. I will choke, and no one will resuscitate me. Right? Food is danger. Death is around me all the time, and I'll have to make sure my neighbors are home, or I will choke to death. So I'm saying, I'm gonna say 15. Okay. So again, when you notice anxiety coming down, you record that. I just recorded it, so you can go back and see it was higher and it was lower. Sometimes you could do it in like a chart form. I've done that before. It gets you need a lot of paper if you eat a lot, or whatever exposures you do a lot. I do YouTube videos because it's so easy. You don't have to write anything down. So I'm gonna end it here, and hope you guys have a great day. And you can do this. Take it one day at a time. Do the next best thing. Stay with it. Stay disciplined. Stay happy, and be happy.